The top story at the top of 2 is the cyclone alert in Odisha and Bengal. Weakened now but still packing a deadly punch. Cyclone Amphan will make a landfall close to Sundarbans between Digha in West Bengal and Hatia Islands in Bangladesh as an extremely severe cyclonic storm. Red warning has been issued for coastal areas in Bengal and North Odisha. The cyclone is expected to pound Bengal coast with maximum sustained speed of 155 to 165 km per hour, gusting to 185 km per hour. North coastal districts of Odisha will experience heavy rainfall, whereas very heavy rain will lash coastal district of Bengal. Assam also is on high alert. At least 3 lakh people have to be evacuated from coastal Odisha. NDRF has deployed 41 teams in Odisha and Bengal. Indian Coast Guard and the Navy also have deployed ships and choppers for relief and rescue operations.
We are issuing several advisories like total suspension of fishing operation, total suspension of all other activities. People are advised to remain indoor, and those who are in the vulnerable buildings or vulnerable places are advised to move in a safer place.
And reporting from the ground is my colleague Manogya Loewal. She is at Digha in Bengal. Digha is where the cyclone is likely to make an impact. Manogya, I hope you're staying safe, taking all precautions. What is the status of the cyclone there toward Digha?
Winds have started gushing faster. What they were blowing just an hour ago has moved almost 100 km per hour, and it is expected to increase. What you see and hear is the sound of the waves and the wind. On one hand, it's the sea that's storming like never before, and on the other hand, you have the winds which are blowing faster. There are times when even I lose my equilibrium as I'm talking because of the gushing winds that leave you almost in a difficult situation to maintain your body equilibrium. But that's a challenge, and that's the reason why we're reporting from ground zero and giving you all the details to our viewers every minute. The cyclone has almost arrived just 100 kilometers away now. Expected to make a landfall in the next few hours. Very crucial moments, very crucial time at this moment in the entire area of Digha and parts of South 24 Parganas, which will be seeing and witnessing this landfall in a while. As we report, the biggest challenge is the increase in the rainfall in past few hours and also waterlogging that is being reported from various areas of Digha. Electricity supply has taken a massive hit in most of these areas and is expected to continue in the same way due to snapping of wires in most of the places with these gushing winds.
Manogya, 3 to 5 lakh people in Odisha and Bengal have had to be evacuated to safer areas. How is the administrative measure looking to you? It's also COVID-19 challenge that they are facing simultaneously. The social distancing, the food that they'll have to provide. How are you picking up on the details of administration measures?
See, COVID-19 has had the advantage that these hotels in entire area of Digha were already vacant, and that's the reason why most of the people were not to be evacuated but only shifted to safer locations. But as far as COVID-19 is concerned, that is another and yet a bigger challenge, because most of the cyclone shelters which are usually used for keeping people in safer locations are the ones that were being used as quarantine centers, and social distancing seems to have gone for a toss. Most of the people were not even ready to move to these centers, fearing that they might catch the infection in days to come. And also the damages that are expected on the entire coastline will be humongous, because the time given to people to come back to their stores, which were already shut for more than 1.5 months, was extremely less. Many of them could not even turn up and collect their belongings to safer locations. So you could expect a massive damage to property also.
So Manogya, by what time can we expect the cyclone to make an impact, and how is the speed of the wind looking right now? What are you being told about the situation of the impact and the force of the cyclone when it will hit?
Another few hours, a maximum of 1 to 3 hours is the time that has been given for entire area of Digha, East Midnapur and parts of South 24 Parganas. But if that is the area of the landfall which is expected between the islands of Bangladesh, Sundarban and the surrounding areas also, it will also have a major impact in the entire coastline of Odisha. And with that, even parts of Kolkata. Kolkata has seen a major impact and is expected to have impact also. And that's the reason why most of the flyovers have been shut down for operation in next few hours. till next further notice. And importantly, as far as the entire region of Digha is concerned, people have been asked to stay indoors, use least possible usage of electricity if at all, use candles, and of course stay safe as much as possible, not to use any of the electronic gadgets in hours to come.
And Manogia, you stay safe as well. Manogia Loewal telling us about the ground update there in Bengal. In few hours, Cyclone Amphan is all set to hit. Manogia, thank you so much for that update. Now, the National Disaster Response Force has been at the forefront of the rescue and relief operations. I spoke to NDRF DG SN Pradhan just a short while ago. Listen in to what he had to say about the ground status. And it's going to cover a massive area, likely of Odisha and Bengal. How precisely is the NDRF ensuring that they evacuate and also maintain preparations for the least impact of this landfall? Sir.
Well, the situation as it obtains now is that we have deployed about 20 teams in Odisha and about 19 teams in Bengal, West Bengal. 2 teams are on standby in West Bengal. So all the 20 teams are deployed in Odisha. So totally 41 teams are deployed between the 2 states. And as we speak, a lot of people have been evacuated since yesterday evening. In the afternoon, the process started. And in both the states, in excess of 4 lakh people have been evacuated. In Bengal, West Bengal, as the state has reported, 3,30,000 have been evacuated as reports last came in. And in Odisha, by the report that I just got just before this interview, I think almost 1.5 lakh people have been evacuated from the high impact districts. So evacuation has happened. But then I think the most important thing is to watch the curvature of the cyclone and monitor it very closely. As we speak, the wind has picked up near the Paradip coast, and the system is moving towards the coastal areas of Bhadrak and Balasore, which are supposed to be the high-impact districts in Odisha. But even then, the brunt of the cyclone is supposed to be borne by the area between Digha in West Bengal and the Hatia Island of Bangladesh. And that would mean the landfall would be somewhere near the Sagar Island and the Kakudip area of West Bengal. These are highly populated, densely populated areas. And has to be watched closely at what speed, wind speed, the landfall happens, and what will be the precipitation at that time. And the second concern is the predicted storm surge, because this is the delta area very, very close to the sea, and there are a lot of rivers and rivulets, hundreds of rivers and rivulets. So the storm surge from the sea, which is predicted to be 4 to 6 meters. And we must also remember that today happens to be the no moon day, and this is a Amavasya, which has its own tide formations. Yes. So the storm surge will ride over that tide formation. So we are looking at something like 4 to 6 meters or in excess of that, and that water is going to enter land. So preparations have to be made accordingly, and the NDRF has also advised the local administration accordingly. Hope everything turns out right.
Remember, the cyclone is also expected to make a landfall and an impact near Kolkata city, where high tide can be seen in Hooghly River. My colleague Indrajit Kundu sent in this ground report.
As Cyclone Ompho nears Bengal, the impact can be felt here in capital Kolkata as well. Very inclement weather since this morning. As you can see, gusty winds accompanied by heavy rains. At this point, we are on the banks of the Hooghly River. And the kind of waves that we are seeing in this Hooghly River is not something that we've seen, we generally see it, quite high tides. We can see a lot of barges, a lot of launches that are still floating on the river right now. And the areas next to the riverbank have been alerted so that people do not venture out during this inclement weather. The Kolkata Municipal Corporation has taken several steps, because Kolkata is a metropolitan city, very congested with a huge population. And the worry is when the cyclone finally makes a landfall in West Bengal, wind speeds of over 100 kilometers per hour will be witnessed here in Kolkata. And that means it's going to cause some amount of damage to property. Areas like Namkhana, Kakdeep, very distant areas people, about 3 lakh of them, have now been evacuated by the West Bengal government. And at this point in time, people are keeping their fingers crossed so that the cyclone, in a sense, loses steam. But the Met Department has predicted that as far as Kolkata is concerned, wind speeds would be more than 100 kilometers per hour. And that is quite worrisome as far as the entire state administration is concerned. With camera person Probir Biswas, Indrajit for India Today in Kolkata.
So what is the path that the cyclone Amphan will take? Retired Air Vice Marshal G.P. Sharma, the President of Climate and Meteorology Department in SkyMet Weather, explains the path of the cyclone. Listen in.
Circular, this is the eye of the storm. This is about 100 kilometers away from, this is almost a V. This eye is going to shift northward now, okay? And that is how it will come closer to Digha. At the moment, this is what is Kendrapara. This is Jajpur. This is Balasore. Somewhere here is Chandbali. These are the stations which are having, look at these clouds. Look at this shade. Reddish shade means problem. It is in excess of 100 millimeters. In couple of hours, it can dump. And that's going to happen. Along with that, the damaging potential increases because winds are to the tune of about 100 or in excess of 100 kilometers, even at that places also. Okay, and that's what's going to cause disruption in communication, connectivity, rail, road, air link, all that. Along with that, the damage to the structure. Kacha houses, the damaged houses are going to get collapsed. Trees are going to be getting uprooted. Flooding, inundation is going to be there. Evacuation, though already there. Therefore, we do not expect any loss of life as such, because I think almost close to 5 lakh people from West Bengal, more than 1 lakh people from Odisha also. So they have been taken to safer places, but we cannot stop the life for damage to the property. The next about these coming up 12 months.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.